Flores here. That makes 4. So, on the, how would you like to proceed? We're still missing Mayor Medillo.
Is she, but we have a quorum at this point, you know?
We do.
Well, then, let's proceed. I've called this meeting to order. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, even those of you who are not here? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Roll call? Do I do the roll call? I don't even know.
Actually, yes. I'll take care of that. Thank you.
You want to take over roll call, David?
Yes, I will.
Thank you very much.
I'll go with those members present, starting with you. Councilor Flores,
Present.
Mayor Hernandez.
Present.
Thank you. Trustee Powie
Present.
and Mayor Padilla.
Present.
Thank you. The other individuals not present, there's a retreat, so Commissioner Sanchez is out today for that. We don't have a presence yet of Mayor Medillo, and Robert Martinez from Hatch is also not present. But we can proceed on to public input. No, excuse me, approval of the agenda.
Approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve, Madam Chair, and
Is there a second?
Meiji Powell, second.
There's a move to accept the agenda, and there's a second.
Thank you. I will do
Roll
a
call.
roll call. Thank you. I'll do that. Mayor Padilla,
yes.
Trustee Powie,
Yes.
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
and Councilor Flores.
Yes,
The item passes.
great.
I'm here. It's Mayor Murillo.
Ah, thank
Oh,
you.
Hi,
You
Diana.
can't hear me
We,
howling, screaming.
we show you as present at 1:40.
At the meeting, yeah.
Thank you.
So the call to order was it 1:40 or 1:39? It doesn't matter, 1:30. Is there any public input? There is none. We'll proceed with item 6, approval of the South Central Regional Transit District meeting minutes of March 26.
This is Meiji Powell. I'll move to approve the minutes of March 26th.
Second.
Thank you.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of March 26, 2025. Roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor Padilla,
Yes.
Meiji Powie, Trustee,
Yes.
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Medillo,
Yes,
and Councilor Flores.
Yes.
The item passes.
The minutes of March 23 have, March 26, 2025 have been approved. Next item is the Executive Director's Report. David Armijo.
I hope the president comes up. Thank you so much for that. David Armijo, Executive Director. I'll be presenting a small overview of recent activities within the district. The first one is yesterday. We had a grand opening. Especially wanted to share this with Councilor Flores because we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
She had a flat tire, couldn't make it. So we had a really nice event. As you can see, we're cutting the ribbon. I have one other picture I'll show in a minute. But it really was a good event. We had 5 speakers. Commissioner Sanchez opened up the event, did the introductions. Mayor Padilla gave some regional point of view in the partnerships. David Harris from New Mexico DOT, the director of modal programs, was there, and he's been around for like 2 decades, so he was able to give some perspective on the federal funding. We also had Kelly Tomlin from the El Paso Electric Company, and she shared with us a check. So they've already, to date, committed to about $100,000 of cash that we've already received, or at least $33,000 that Adam is waiting for us to receive. That's a check coming in. The check we got yesterday we couldn't use, but we'll get a real check here shortly. And then last on the list was Senator Lujan's staff member, Renee Romo, who gave us a really good insights into the presentation of the federal funds. The electric company's check, there it is, there's a check. I think the electric company did a really nice job putting the perspective of the organization and why we called it the Mobility and Energy Hub, because we are planning to do a solar array system, which we like to call a microtransit because it's more acceptable microgrid, excuse me, for energy system. But that was that. These are the buses that are there. We now have 5 of the electric buses from Gillig and 2 EVs, and I think I have that in a separate email here. There's the ramp as you walk onto the bus. So those buses have been really good. I also wanted to share with you, I only have a short presentation, but we got a lot of work done in the last 30 days. So some of our grants had to be reprogrammed because of everything that's going on in Washington. So the $5 million on the CMAX did get programmed. They should become available in July. And that's the one we changed one of the buses to a hybrid. But we're still getting 3 more electric buses and 2 hybrids from that one and another grant. Adam put together some of the paperwork for the $55,000 of the urban funds here in Mesilla Valley, so that application is in the process. We're going to process the 24 and 25, the third bullet point, about 1.3 million plus or minus. That gets us both operating and capital, mostly capital. That'll become available in the coming year. And that's because of the last line. We finally got the side letter agreements from the city of El Paso to release those funds. Next on the list will be where the country goes right now on the big, beautiful budget item that's going on for fiscal year 26. But if that comes through in the next few weeks, that would become available for October 1st. It would be the first time funding would actually be in the year that is proposed. So we haven't seen that since the first Bush administration, so over 2 decades ago. But for us, that's actually good news. This legislative session, I was actually getting some information on this yesterday. So we were able to get, it's called House Bill 450, and that's where all the money from all the capital stuff from the city, the county. There's a beautiful thing. I've never been able to get this information. I got it yesterday. I'll share it with my staff. So you can actually go on and see the sponsors. You can see by agency and so on and so forth for all the money that comes through. You can also see where the governor decided to veto a project or not in that pool of stuff. But, you know, most of the stuff went through, so it's good news. For us, we received funding from 3 of our legislative representatives. Senator Haviland committed $200,000 to us. Representative Rubio, $200,000. And then we got $50,000 from Joanne Ferrari. But I will say this to Representative Ferrari, she's always given us money. So we probably received more money from her than all the others. But so we'll be wanting to look in the next year or two, what are the things we really want? And I'll bring that to the board a little bit earlier this coming year because I have an idea. The staff, in fact, Tim will be on the line here a little bit later on transportation, his presentation. So we got to get our ICIP in June, and then believe we're bringing it to the board next month. So you'll see the projects. We're getting better at it, actually, is the point. Is we're actually getting ahead of the game and actually programming this stuff before we need the money so we can get the money from our legislative staff. So we'll see where that goes. And we'll probably have a more dynamic proposal for the representatives to look at. I know I brought this back last month, but I wanted to bring it up today. We're going to be doing updates on the new project, which is the Venus project, and that's because it's on Venus Street, which if you look at it this way, you can see Venus and Battalion. I hadn't showed this photo. All that dirt that's in there for about 3.5 acres, that's what we're going after. It's going to be a lot easier to work with this. We see the area on the Venus side of the street, which is on the less traffic end, will be paved and set up to be with bus shelters. So that'll be a transfer station for some of the transit systems we have there. This facility will support the blue route in Sierra County, the hatch green route, and possibly the copper route. So about 3 bus routes will be laying over and the buses will park there. That acreage actually, and for those of you who were able to get to the facility yesterday, that roughly 3.2 acres is exactly parcel A of the facility we just bought in Sunland Park, which means parcel A includes the administrative building, the maintenance building, 107 parking spaces in the back and in the front, and then the area behind the facility. So it's pretty big. This is big enough to do all that. So this could be a very significant facility for us in the future. As we grow services further north, Las Cruces has to become a more critical hub for us, perhaps even as critical as Anthony was when we first started, and that was only a half acre. So I just want to show that. So we actually have the NEPA project written. I reviewed it, I've approved it. It's now on its way to, almost a week ago, to the FTA to approve it. I don't expect there'll be too much pushback, so I think we'll have that approval by the end of the month. So the next phase will be to actually acquire the property. So we begin to move that. That took us a long time when we did it, the last one, but we're a little smarter this time, so we think we can get to the answers a little bit better. And also, we broke in the New Mexico DOT staff, so they know pretty much what to do. So we're kind of excited. We'd like to see this project under our belt before the end of the calendar year. Any questions? Yes, Counselor.
Yes. Thank you so much for the presentation. It's so encouraging. On this last item that you presented, it occurs to me that the city of Las Cruces is trying, especially Andy Hume, who's the airport director, and I know that, the last 8 years I've been proposing more businesses. So we supposedly, and I won't mention any names, I don't want to defame anybody. Well, no, he's earned it, but, I won't go there. Supposedly he's supposed to be getting business for our city, but hasn't done it, so I called him on the carpet. All of a sudden, we have a business there. The problem with that area is that there's no public transportation. So we have what is called the industrial park adjacent to the property at the airport. The city owns all of that. And so even if we were to get, some businesses there, we need the transportation. Would it be possible for South Central to provide, keeping that in mind, and hopefully, because there's no point in having, jobs when people, don't have cars and maybe don't want cars, gasoline or electric cars or whatever.
So let me answer the question. Thank you so much, Councilor Flores. So we're already having those conversations with Roadrunner and the new executive director, Richard. And so,
Richard.
what's Richard's last name? I'm terrible with names. He's Richard. That's all you need.
Okay,
Las
Richard.
Cruces, one name, Richard.
Richard Las Cruces?
He's
Yeah,
the-
I know Mr. Las Cruces very
He
well.
took over for Michael Bartholomew, so he's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy.
well, Michael,
So
yeah, he just
Richard
retired.
has been on this for a long time. He's talked
Oh.
about doing some kind of microtransit or something in that area. We've decided, as we go into our 10-year plan and we work community outreach, which will include Las Cruces, we've already designed some routes that we think could go under review, and we're going to share that with Roadrunner as well.
Okay,
The challenge, too, is that you go through the county to get back to the city, or you go through the city, through the county to the city. There's the
to get through the industrial area there?
yeah, when you're up there, you're in the city, but when you're coming out down, depending on which route you're coming down, you come back into the county, and then you
Yeah,
come
the
back into city.
Picacho,
Yep,
the
yep.
Picacho.
Yeah, so, that's a minor problem, but I think it really comes down to, is there a way of providing that service in a way where maybe it's a contract service, maybe it's something we do together? How do we share the cost and the process? But I do believe it's one of those chicken and egg situations. I think just like we did with Sierra County, I think you have to find a way to make a route go up there, whether it's microtransit, which is more limited, or an actual fixed route.
Okay, so having the, some of that route into the industrial park, it's in county, and it has, and that
In the
affects,
industrial park, it's city, but there are parts of the area that's county, so I'd
Yeah.
have to look at the map right now.
okay,
But I know when looking at it, but I think the bottom line is it's just like Sierra County was a challenge. This one has to be a challenge. I think it has to be addressed by both agencies.
okay, and that's possible?
Yes, I think
Yes.
so.
Great. Thank you, David.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
so
look forward to it. And there'll be other opportunities. We're also, and I didn't put the 10-year plan on here, I will have that updated next month because we're going to do outreach beginning in May.
Great,
And so that project's moving forward as well.
wonderful.
Any other questions?
Any other questions by other board members? There are no questions. We can go on to the
Perfect.
next item.
Thank you.
The next item is item 8, a resolution approving the South Central Regional District Transit District Budget Amendment for fiscal year 2024 through 2025. Adam Shea will present. Good afternoon, Mr. Shea.
Good afternoon, Madam Chairperson. And welcome to all the board members of the South Central Regional Transit District. I'm Adam Shea, the Finance Officer. And the following is the request for a budget amendment as of March 31st, 2025. The adjustments include both increases and decreases to various expense categories based on updated operational needs and efficiencies. Notable adjustments include an increase in vehicle maintenance by $10,000, training and supplies, an increase of $7,000, faculty and office equipment, an increase of $20,000. Unemployment insurance is a reduction of $15,000. This is based on updated projections. We're in the middle of the year, and unemployment is only for the first $7,000 of each employee. So looks like I overestimated this year.
Well, it's better to go that way than,
Janitorial and professional fees, a combined decrease of $6,573, and this is due to revised contracts and service evaluations. This is a total of $23,250.95 increase to the expenditure of the budget. I will continue with the revenue portion only because the expense side will factor in at the bottom line. The budget revenue adjustment is an increase of $89,172.91. Revenue projections have been updated to reflect confirmed funding and reduced expectations in other areas. New Mexico match, the $278,010.50 is actually operating revenue. I had it listed under capital. Commercial loan proceeds, $60,000. We did take out a $60,000 commercial loan from the bank as we had been established before due to the amount that was needed for the purchase of the Sunland Park facility. Decrease in fuel reimbursement and fare collection, combined reduction of $227,207, and this is due to updated estimates and actual receipts. Miscellaneous revenue, slight increase of $1,128.66, and this is due to interest revenue from the amounts that we have deposited into the bank. This reclassification updated revenue recognition correct prior inaccuracies and reflect true financial inflows. This is the page, sorry, I didn't turn down the page, for the operating revenue, increase of $89,172.91. As you can see at the top, the New Mexico match of $278 has been added. This next page is the adjustment for capital appropriations, and you'll notice the $278,000 is a credit on this side. Under the capital revenue adjustment is an increase of $597,782.58, and this reflects the increase or the New Mexico match. We had another New Mexico match grant for $455,000, which has been very essential for our capital projects. I'm paging back up to the revenue portion. If you'll notice on the bottom right, you'll notice that the expenditures that I am requesting for the budget is a total of $3,010,192 $157.09. The amount for the revised budget for the revenue portion is $3,218,278.26, leaving us an amount to carry over of $208,121.17. This concludes the presentation for an amendment to the 2025 budget. Do I have any questions?
Are there any questions for Adam Shea?
This is Meiji Pally. So okay, our budget starts it runs July to June. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So this is essentially the last adjustment?
There might be one for the final at the close
Quarter?
of the year.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Did everybody understand everything that Mr. Shea presented? I don't hear any yeses.
Perfectly.
Perfectly. Well, it was a perfect presentation. I guess it was so good, we have no other questions. Thank you so much for your work, and it's very good to hear that the legislature is giving us money.
Yes, ma'am. I am thrilled by that.
I am too. So, thank you very much, Mr. Shea.
Yes, ma'am. There is a resolution to approve this amendment,
Oh,
though.
okay. So there's a resolution to
I move
approve.
to approve, Madam Chair.
Is that,
Mayor Padilla?
Perea, yeah, I recognize your voice. So we-
Hernandez, second.
Okay, we have we have a motion by Mayor Perea, and we have a second by Mayor Hernandez. Right? Okay.
You want a
All in
roll call?
favor?
Yep, roll call. Mayor Padilla,
Yes.
Trustee Powie,
Yes?
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Murillo. Mayor Murillo. Councilor Flores?
Yes,
All right, there you go. So you-
There,
you
that
just
was
came in.
they
Murillo.
keep
and-
muting me,
Thank you,
that's
Mayor.
why.
All right, we're good.
Oh,
Thank you.
Councilor
And
Flores.
yes by Flores.
The item passes 5 votes. Thank you. Next item?
Next item is the presentation of the third quarter 2025 quarter financials. First page is the current bank account as of March 31st, 2025. You'll notice there's $310,484.71 in the bank, which this is down a little bit only because we made purchases for capital that we'd received. Under the expenditures portion, total of $2,177,024.46, or 72.3% of the budget has been expensed as of March 31st. Personnel services, $1,278,972.15, or 73% of the budget expenditures. Employee benefits, $353,465.31, that's 69.3%. Travel and maintenance, 67.1%. I'm summarizing here. Some supplies, 74.4%. Insurance, total of 100%, as all insurance premiums have been paid. Contractual services, 67.4%. And operating costs of 77%. Is there any questions at this point? Pardon me, this point.
Are there any questions for Mr. Shea from the board members? There are no questions.
Shea, I just have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
we can hear you. That's Mayor Murillo.
Okay. Yes, I just have a question. What is the percentage of payroll in the budget? What's the percentage? Is it 50%,
Oh,
60, 70?
Of the overall budget, you mean?
Yes.
Give me a minute and I can calculate.
He's going to get his calculator.
Please. Thank you.
Mr.
I'd say about 55%.
Excuse me, Mayor Murillo, what was the question? I mean, Mr. Shea's working on it.
What
but
is
this-
the,
Percentage.
what is the percentage on payroll, on the whole
okay.
budget? Like,
Got it.
how much of the percent of payroll
Right. Thank you so much.
is spent on payroll?
It amounts to, just for the payroll portion of it, it amounts to 57.6% of the overall expenditure budget.
Close.
And that's pretty average.
57 point.
57%.
It is actually pretty
57
average.
point.
So it's, that
Yeah,
that was a
57
good
point.
question, Mayor. Okay,
I'm sorry, was
You said 57 point what?
57.6%.
oh, 6.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions before I go on?
Any other questions? None? Please move on, Mr. Shea.
Yes, ma'am. The next page is the revenue collected as of March 31st. A total of $2,235,400.93 has been collected, and that's a total of 69.5% of the revenue budget. If it's all right, I'm going to go ahead and continue over to capital. A total of $4,833,820.48, or 35.6% of the overall capital budget has been received. As you'll notice, this is a rather large number than we have had in the past, but we have had a major purchase of the Sunland Park facility, along with some buses. As far as revenue and capital, are there any questions?
Are there any questions from the board members for Mr. Shea? There are none. Proceed. Or,
Thank you, ma'am. That concludes my presentation. There is a resolution for these financials.
thank you very much. We have a resolution. Is there a motion to approve? Hello,
Move to approve, Madam Chair.
thank you.
I'll
Do we-
second that motion, Madam Chair.
Okay, so it's moved by Mayor Perea. And who was the second gentleman?
Hernandez.
Hernandez, perdón. Mayor Hernandez. So roll call, please.
Yes, thank you. Mayor Padilla,
Yes.
Trustee Powie,
Yes,
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Madillo,
Yes,
Councilor Flores.
Yes,
The item passes.
item passes. And then we have a discussion item by Tim McDaniel. Is he presenting telephonically?
Yes,
Yes, Madam Chair.
Oh, hi.
there he is.
Hi there.
Coming from our training room.
Yes. We have a nice setup here. All right, let me get my screen shared and then we'll get going.
This would be good.
As we wait on that, Madam Chair,
Hi.
if I may.
Yes, Mayor Perea, you may.
David, are we going to be considering increases to the membership for next fiscal year?
Yes, that's going to be, well, there won't be any increases. It'll be the same as last year. So no, it will just be the regular membership fees annually, no increase. Unless you guys want to increase it, but we'll bring that in with the budget next year. The assumption is it will remain the same.
Okay, yeah, my questioning is because we're working on our budget over here at the city and we'll make sure that.
What we'll do is we'll send out the tentative invoices to everybody, so they'll have it in their budget. We'll get that out in the next week. To all the
that
members.
works.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, thank you. Good question, Mayor.
Yeah, very good.
We're good.
All right,
All right.
go ahead.
Okay. Yes, we're ready to go. Okay, so I do have a few items just for discussion for all. So the first one, maybe. There we go. So we are working diligently on the launch of microtransit service in selected areas of the SCRTD service area. This service will serve both on-demand and paratransit services. The current plan is to offer curb-to-curb service for paratransit riders and to prioritize connections with our fixed route service for regular on-demand services in order to preserve fixed route ridership. This commingled service will be able to differentiate riders based on need and dispatch the proper vehicles accordingly. The tentative launch date for the program is Q1 of next year in Sunland Park, with expansion to the industrial parks along Pete Dominici Highway and to areas around Las Cruces to follow as staffing and equipment allow. Next, our microgrid project design and construction. So SCRTD staff has been working with the FHWA on a microgrid project. This project will help power our new electric fleet while reducing our reliance on the larger power grid, and may even enable us to sell excess power back to El Paso Electric. The power generation capabilities are intended to be expandable in the future as more grant funding becomes available. Next is our weekend service expansion. So SCRTD launched new Saturday service on the turquoise, red, purple, green, and copper lines within our network. These, along with existing weekend services on silver and yellow, have expanded Saturday availability of services to 7 of our 8 routes currently in service. Early ridership numbers are promising and should increase as word gets out to the public. Expanded frequency will allow SCRTD to be an attractive alternative to other modes of transportation. Next, for the ICIP, SCRTD has begun work on the 2027 to 2031 in our New Mexico ICIP. This planning document informs the state on our plans and helps the legislature identify projects that need funding in the future. The ICIP is done annually by public entities and requires a resolution to be passed by the governing body to finalize the document. SCRTD staff anticipates bringing this document to the May or June board meeting for approval. And then lastly, I have an update on the 10-year plan project. So work has begun on the update to the SCRTD 10-year plan. Staff has been working behind the scenes with our consultant, SBLBF, for a few weeks now. A round of public outreach should take place toward the end of May and will help shape the plan for the district's future. A final draft is anticipated this fall with board adoption shortly thereafter. And I'm here if y'all have any questions.
Are there any questions for Tim McDaniel? No curiosity, no questions? Okay. You did such a wonderful presentation and wonderful work. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much.
Councilor Flores, if I may, before we get to the very end of the meeting, I do want to introduce, we have our newest employee, Diana. If you would come over to the podium so they can see you. Get right here, right here.
Hello, pleasure to meet everyone.
So Diana is our new procurement specialist, and she's working diligently on getting our various projects up to date, as well as filing systems and whatever else we throw her way. So she was very helpful, along with other staff, in getting the facility ready. But we're not done yet, are we, Diana?
No, sir.
Any thoughts? You want tell us about yourself, where you come from?
I am from El Paso, Texas, but I graduated from the University of Houston back in 2021. My background and my degree is supply chain management. I really enjoy that field a lot. I mean, I feel like it makes a big part of helping a company overall accomplish everything that needs to get done at the end of the day. I am excited and eager to be here. I'm learning a lot from David, from Adam, from Sarah, from Vero, Christina. They've all been very helpful, and I look forward to helping this company become better and grow and just catch up with all of the projects that we have to look forward to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diana, and welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Okay, thank you. So
Are we moving on
that
to
was
the
our
closed-
last discussion item. Guess we go to a closed session. Do we
Yes.
wanna-
Next is a closed session regarding personnel matters.
The staff can leave. I'll finish up.
So
You
everyone,
can leave the nameplates and all that. I'll collect
you
it.
can leave everything.
Thank you.
Oh, well,
Madam Chair, I move to go into closed session as for the personnel matters listed on the agenda as pursuant to
pursuant to the Open Meetings
criminal
Act.
matters authorized by the Open Meetings Act 1015-1 H2 and 5 NMSA 1978.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second, Hernandez.
It's been moved and seconded to convene in private session pursuant to the Open Meetings Act. Do we have a second? Or did we get a second on that? I'm so,
I heard Mayor Hernandez.
so we have, it's been moved and seconded to proceed in closed session. Please, David.
Yes. Mayor Padilla,
Yes.
Trustee Powie,
Yes?
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Murillo. Mayor Murillo. And Council Flores.
Yes.
I said yes, they keep muting me, so I don't know,
Oh,
but yes.
Sorry.
yeah. So we have, everybody who's present has voted yes on this. We have, well, let's proceed.
Go back into open meeting.
Yes, so you move to go back to open meeting?
Yeah, I don't have the words that I'm supposed to say in front
I
of me.
think, I know, I think that's, that, you've communicated that. Is there a second on that? We have a motion on the floor to resume to open session.
Well, so are we on the air already?
No,
Are we what?
we're still in closed session.
We're still in closed session, but Meiji attempted to.
Have that wording that you have to say.
Because technically, we can't make the motion in closed session. It has to be back in open.
Okay, so
If
go into open
the
session
motion's
then.
not necessary, but I mean, if you want to make a motion, that's fine. But we just have to be back in open session.
We're back into open session now.
Okay,
So
there you
go ahead
Thank
and make the motion. This is William from IT. Thank you.
That works. So I'll go ahead and second Trustee Power's motion.
So we vote on the motion now. That's been
Well, we
stated.
just have to say that no decision was made.
Yeah, that no decision, pretty much all you need to say is that we are now back in open session. It's at 2:29 PM. No decision was made in closed session. Only those items on the agenda were discussed. And that's it.
Thank you, Javier.
Thank you, Javier. Yes, pursuant to the words that Mayor Perea used, we are now back in open session, and it is now 2:29. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Mr. Armijo. Okay, back on,
We'll get there.
so,
That's it.
oh, that's it.
I
So
think we're in adjournment.
is there, ¿cómo?
We're in adjournment.
No, we're not. We need a motion to adjourn. Te agarré.
So moved.
Adjourn.
Is there a
This is
second?
Meiji, though. I have a question for David.
Oh,
And
okay.
this goes way back in our history. David, when South Central Regional Transit District originally started, was it to include any other counties except, I had thought it included Luna County, but am I right or wrong?
We just, thank you, Meiji, Trustee Power. We just did a recent review. There were some questions that came forward from the representative for Socorro, because they were actually identified in the very enabling legislation, but they chose not to join. As I look back on that legislation, I did not see Luna County,
Okay.
and there's very limited minutes from that time, prior to my coming on board and certainly prior to 2015. So if you're really looking back to 2004 to almost for a decade, there's only a handful of meeting minutes, and maybe there's only a handful of meetings, but I don't see that in the legacy of information.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
But I do think, Madam Chair,
Yes, Mayor.
I do think that Otero County was a part of it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. In fact, they were members. They withdrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the only other county I can think of.
That's correct. Since we're on that subject, if I can just throw this out, I mean, I think we will look forward in the next quarter, 90 days, to initiate and see if there's interest in Sierra County for any other members to maybe rejoin the district. So that'd be something.
Well, I think for the service you're providing, they should.
Well, we can make the argument now. There you go. Thank you.
Right.
Madam Chair, I move to close, adjourn.
Is there a second to close, wait a minute, to adjourn the meeting?
Adjourn. Adjourn.
I
Are you
second.
teasing me? You just want to make sure I heard you, huh? Okay,
No, I misspoke.
thank you, Mayor. Do we have a second on the motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, it's been seconded
Come on,
by,
but hear me.
wait, was that Mayor Murillo
Yes.
Yeah.
to second? How nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's roll call, please, to adjourn.
Okay. Get my notes here. Mayor Padilla,
Yes.
Trustee Powie,
Yes.
Mayor Hernandez,
Yes.
Mayor Medillo, and
Yes.
Councilor Flores.
Yes, it has been moved and
All in
second.
favor, thank you.
All in favor. We are now adjourned, and the time is, ¿qué hora es?
2:30,
Oh, I need-
2:31.
2:31.
2:30.
Thank you, Meiji. It is 2:31. We are now
Thank
adjourned.
you all. Have a good day.
You all have a good day, too.